How's everybody doing this evening? It is August 2nd, 2024, Friday. It is 12:59 a.m. Okay, so what I've got for you for this video is a suggested video to watch, which goes along with my Curse Day Thursday. David, I have no idea how you say his middle name, Hernandez, Diga, D-I-G-A, David, D-I-G-A, Diga, Hernandez. He seems like a really good person to watch. This video that I just watched a little while ago, I forgot how long ago it was. It wasn't too long ago. Tonight, it's called You Were Lied to About Generational Curses. And it's 52 minutes and 33 seconds long. And it says break the cycle on the video. And the only Bible verse that I remember him talking about was Ezekiel, because I felt like I was supposed to read Ezekiel, but I didn't know like what in Ezekiel I was supposed to read. So I went ahead and I had my Bible right here, and I decided to just go ahead and read Ezekiel 18. That's the verse that, or the chapter that he was talking about in Ezekiel. And Ezekiel 18 is titled A False Proverb Refuted. And this is the New King James Version. It says, the word of the Lord came to me again, saying, what do you mean when you use this proverb concerning the land of Israel, saying, the fathers have eaten sour grapes, and the children's teeth are set on edge? As I live, says the Lord God, you shall no longer use this proverb in Israel. Behold, all souls are mine. The soul of the Father, as well as the soul of the Son, is mine. The soul who sins shall die. But if a man is just and does what is lawful and right, if he has not eaten on the mountains, nor lifted up his eyes to the idols of the house of Israel, nor defiled his neighbor's wife, nor approached a woman during her impurity, if he has not oppressed anyone, but has restored to the debtor his pledge, he robbed no one by violence, but has given his bread to the hungry, and covered the naked with clothing, if he has not exacted usury, nor taken any increase, but has withdrawn his hand from iniquity, and executed true judgment between man and man, if he has walked in my statutes and kept my judgments faithfully, he is just. He shall surely live, says the Lord God. If he begets a son who is a robber, or a shedder of blood, who does any of these things, and does none of those duties, but has eaten on the mountains, or defiled his neighbor's wife, if he has oppressed the poor and needy, robbed by violence, not restored the pledge, lifted his eyes to the idols, or committed abomination, if he has exacted usury, or taken increase, shall he then live? He shall not live. If he has done any of these abominations, he shall surely die. His blood shall be upon him. If, however, he begets a son who sees all the sins which his father has done, and considers, but does not do likewise, who has not eaten on the mountains, nor lifted his eyes to the idols of the house of Israel, nor defiled his neighbor's wife, has not oppressed anyone, nor withheld a pledge, nor robbed by violence, but has given his bread to the hungry, and covered the naked with clothing, who has withdrawn his hand from the poor, and not received usury or increase, but has executed my judgments, and walked in my statutes, he shall not die for the iniquity of his father. He shall surely live. As for his father, because he cruelly oppressed, robbed his brother by violence, and did what is not good among his people, behold, he shall die for his iniquity. Okay, he was saying, he was talking about curses and, generational curses. So he's saying there that we're not cursed because of, if anybody else out there is thinking the same thing that I am, that you're cursed. Because I was told way back in the day that I was cursed. Years and years and years and years and years ago. And with all the stuff that's happened in my life, I've been thinking lately that I'm cursed. And, I've heard people talk about generational curses and things like that. And, my, blood family doesn't have a good, what do you want to call it? Like my mom and dad, I didn't ever get to meet my mom, Kathy. She died. I was told that she fell and she got pneumonia or something, and she was going to do something or whatever, and she fell and broke her rib, and she died in the hospital. Evidently something to have to do with her broken rib and pneumonia or whatever. And there's a lot of bad stuff that I've heard about my blood family. Debbie, she's the oldest of all of us, and I was told that whenever she was 6 years old, she was trying to take care of all of us because our parents weren't there. And whenever I got to meet my blood father, Cliff. He didn't really say anything. I was just told that he just wasn't there. And he wasn't ever there. Neither one of them were ever really there. And I was told that they were both alcoholics, and that we all have the fetal alcohol syndrome. And there just wasn't a whole lot of good stuff that I'd heard about my blood family. So, whenever I think of generational curses, I think, well, my goodness, is that gonna, has that went on to me? Because in the past, I have, when things have gotten really bad in my life, I have turned to alcohol. And one time I almost became an alcoholic. I was drinking every weekend. And because there was a lot of bad things going on in my life, and I didn't know what to do with myself. And my first thought was, well, just get drunk. And so I was really depressed, and I drank a lot and stuff like that. But so I think, that might have had something to do with it. And a lot of times whenever I get depressed, a lot of times I want to turn to alcohol and, have alcohol cure it all. And, but I don't do that every time. But you know, that might be, you know, something to do with it. But it says that, what's it say? He was basically saying that the iniquities of the father will not fall upon the kids. So basically, it's not saying, it's saying that, what is it? It's saying if he has done any of these abominations, he will surely die. But it says, who sees all the sins which his father has done? Verse 14, and considers, but does not do likewise. Well, I've sort of done likewise. So anyway, but not to the extent, because whenever I went to meet some of my family, whenever I was 18, we had to go get one of my aunts out of the bar in order to be able to spend time with her. So, you know, whatever they said was true, evidently. I was with my brother Tim, and I forgot who it was that had to go to the bar to get her out of the bar, but yeah. So anyway, it wasn't good, but so basically he was just saying that, like, we just have to make good choices. And well, it's not really he wasn't really saying that choice. He said he didn't like to say the word choice, but it was generational consequences or something like that, I think is what he was saying. So basically, we just have to, you know, I guess make better choices, because evidently there are consequences to those choices, and, stuff like that. It was a really good video. I know I'm probably not making it sound very good, but it was. You get a lot of good information out of it, especially towards the end. You get a lot of good information out of it, and so yeah. Okay, well, that's all I have for this video. If you like this content, like this video, feel free to comment below. Share this with somebody that you think might need it. And don't forget to go out there and rainbow it, fill the world with love, peace, joy, charity, grace, kindness, and thank you. And everybody have a good night, a good day, or a good evening, depending on what time you're watching this.